Yo, it's your girl DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and you tune in to U3 Radio, Underground, Unsigned, and Unknown. And we have a very special guest in the building, Miss Amanda, who's over at MVP
Hi.
Live, all the way from San Antonio, Texas, my hometown. Hello,
Hi.
how you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
That's good. Now, for people who don't know anything about you or your MVP Vibe, tell us a little bit about what MVP Vibe is.
Yeah. So MVP stands for musicians, vocalists, and poets. MVP Vibe is a niche social media platform that is a space where artists can grow their fan base and earn money. So they can earn, when they post a performance, instead of just getting a like or a thumbs up, they can actually receive a tip as small as $1.
What makes your app stand out from other apps that are kind of out there similar to you guys?
Well, the discovery piece is very unique. A lot of artists are trying to grow their fan base on other social platforms, and they have to know certain hashtags or when to post, how often to post. If I'm looking for certain artists on other social platforms, I have to know their handles or know someone that recommends or tags me to say, hey, check out this artist on our platform. All they have to do is post their content, and in our discover section, it allows people to find them based on genre, location. If I want to just see poetry, poetry really doesn't have its own niche space, and so it gets to have a little bit of its own community. So those are some of the things that make us different, as well as the tipping feature.
Yes, I was just about to mention the tipping feature. What made you want to add the tipping feature to that? Because I like that you have that, because a lot of other apps do not have that feature on there.
Well, we started this about 3 years ago, and at the time, a lot of the platforms people were able to monetize, but it is still out there. But it's less than a penny to the dollar for a stream, things like that. And so, as you see street performers and they're performing, you'll walk up and give them a tip, right? We were like, I wonder
Yeah.
why that doesn't exist in a social platform. Like, artists are always looking for ways to monetize, so why don't we create it? And that was kind of how that was born, is looking for a new revenue stream or an additional way for independent artists to generate money.
Where can people download this app if they want to download it, check it out?
Yeah, it's available in both iOS and the Android app stores under MVP Vibe.
Now you have a thing on that's attached to your business called Vibe Sessions. It's
Yes.
kind of like you can get the artists to perform their song. You interview artists too, like that. What made you add that aspect as part of as well? What made you add that instead of just having the app? Because you could have just stayed with the app and said, "I'm done."
Well, that's a very good question. We want to provide, we say we want to help artists grow their fan base, and we wanted to partner with them. So we started offering, different other ways for them to get exposure. And so Vibe Check, we're partnering with Artist Legit and working with them to bring out artists and really help them get more exposure that way. And they get to be a part of Vibe Session. And so Vibe Session was kind of born out of Vibe Check. And so it's a really cool way for artists to, come in, perform, and it's a really cool atmosphere and experience. And shout out to True North. They're very hospitable. That's one of the places that we do our interviews. So so that was one of the things we wanted to offer, was not just a platform or community. We want to also create more avenues for the artists to get exposure. So those interviews through Vibe Check and also Vibe Session, it gives them some additional performances. And in a time like COVID, there wasn't a lot of opportunities for artists to perform. So
I agree with that 100%. Because a lot of places have shut down when COVID hit, and y'all just kept going, which I like that. Artists need that thing to keep going, because some artists, they probably wanted to quit when COVID hit. They're probably like, what am I going to do? But y'all like gave them the light, the hope. Like, no, you're going to keep going. You're going to keep pushing. Now, I noticed you mentioned True North, which is where you do a lot of your interviews. How did you go about picking a place that was right to do an interview? What made that place stand out to you guys?
And shout out to Ida. She has a really great eye and a great connection. And, you know, and a lot of the artists we deal with are in the hip hop, you know, space. And True North is urban gear, very unique, very one of the, you know, best stores around. Of course, if you haven't been there, you have to go in just to experience it. And so it was a great opportunity for us all to partner and continue to get the brands out and get, you know, people to know about this unique store and this experience. And so it was a great opportunity, and we were happy to be able to partner with them.
That's good to hear. I like that you like you said, it's very urban store. So a lot of the artists that come there can relate to the store and the atmosphere. Now, I noticed that with the vibe check, like you said, the artists get to perform their song. How important is that for an artist to showcase their song, even in a, I guess, after an interview? Because you know they used to do that back in the day. You know, BET used to have that, and then people stayed away from that. They just interview people, and then it's like that's it.
I think that one of the cool things about all the artists that we've started to interact with, you know, that's their space. That's what they do best. And it's a great way for them to showcase their talent. And, you know, it's a small crew of us, of course, that's there. But it's always really awesome to see the experience and how excited they are. If they're like, hey, I want to give, you know, this performance for a new song that's going to drop. And so we get kind of a sneak peek in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
Or they're definitely teasing something that's always awesome. Like they're like, this video is about to drop, so I'm going to do this song. So it's really free, you know, for them to perform and just showcase their raw talent. And there's so much talent in this area. It's like amazing. And so I'm always excited. And I'm on the app. I have my favorites, but I'm not going to say who. So I always listen to a lot of the content. But I'm just always floored with the amount of talent that's here. And it's like, what can we do to continue to elevate, you know, this and put a spotlight on this area? So that's part of why we like the showcase part.
Now, I know you earlier you mentioned right now that you met a lot of new artists through this app, which is great because you know there's so many people out here in San Antonio. You don't know who's who, but with the app, you can bring a lot of people together. I personally used the app before. I don't use it as much as I should, because I stay busy. But I love the app, and like you said, I love that tipping feature because I randomly got a tip, and I was just like, oh wow, I like it. You're not expecting it, and it's good. Now you have a contest going on your MVP app. Tell people about it, and what was the purpose of the contest?
So it is a chance. The contest is a chance to win a live studio performance. And so the studio is out of Houston, and it's Bohemian Photography. And they also do what's called hi-fi sessions. So on Thursday nights at 9 p.m., they also stream live through our platform as well, a DJ set. And so we're putting together this contest. There's going to be 2 winners. And it's similar to if you watch like Little Desk performances on YouTube. Yes. Or Colors is another one that I've kind of seen. So this is a full studio with multiple cameras, audio, the whole shebang. And we're doing a 45-minute winner. And so they'll get the studio time. We're working on a sponsor to cover the hotel for the artist. And so it's a really cool way to take the vibe session experience and just, you know, expand on it. And so the other portion of it is a 15-minute wild card selection. So the whole team, all of the contest entities involved, we're going to be voting on a wild card to come and do a 15-minute performance. And it will also include an interview as well, kind of an introduction interview, and then they get to perform. And so it's a really, really cool opportunity. The contest is running the entire month of April. It's very simple. They just have to be on the platform as an artist and have content on the platform and promote, you know, like get people to come on and say, hey, come follow me, like my content, and just, you know, give me some high fives. They don't even have to give tips, just drive engagement on the app. So we're looking for that type of engagement, and the one who does give the most will win the contest. So
that seems like a great package. I like that package. And I like that you bring in the, like you said, the colors and the tiny desks to the, I guess, underground indie world. Because we don't see that here. I love seeing live performances. Because I always say if artists can perform live, you know, they good in my book. So I like that a lot. Now, you do playlists on Spotify. How do you come up with your
That is done through Artist Legit. And
Okay.
so those are, yeah, our partners, and they're amazing, but they do a lot of their choices. Now we try to influence, but of course we let Artist Legit, that's their playlist. So we definitely respect that. But
How do you constantly come up with new ideas to keep the app refreshing and new so people won't be like, okay, I'm tired of it right now?
we try to listen to the artists. A lot of people give us feedback, artists and businesses that's on the platform. That's one way. We try to listen to the market, new technologies that are out. We do a lot of different types of research on different technologies that are coming. So we're looking at a feature that we want to implement this year. But I don't want to speak on it too soon. I want to wait until we get it out.
Yeah.
I think that everyone will really like it because it's going to be something that everyone is looking for. I'll give a sneak peek. So it's a nope, don't want to do it. I'll wait because I don't want to ruin it.
We understand. We understand.
Yeah. So we're working on some of the added features, and a lot of it comes from feedback from the artists. And again, it's a tool for the artists to get more exposure, and so it starts with them. And so we've been modifying it and making changes and making updates to the whole overall experience. And so there's more to come for sure.
Now, I know there's probably somebody who's listening to this interview that's not an artist or a poet or a vocalist and want to know if there's going to be any opportunities for me to get on the app.
Yes. So fans are welcome. So profiles for fans and artists are free. We want the fans that are on there to, use any type of monetary, like subscription type thing to tip the artist. And so there are some people who have asked, hey, what about us? I'm a comedian. Or, what's some other ones that we get? There's a lot of different types of artistry that's out there. Some people have said, hey, I'm a painter or things like that. We're looking to expand. We've already, looked at what it would be to change and modify and make it open for more types of artistic expressions. But we're sticking to kind of the musicians. DJs are on there right now. Producers are on there. Different people in the industry are on there. So it is an opportunity for us to continue to grow and expand on it. But I guess we want to just start here and just get the infrastructure and make sure it builds from here. So.
What are some of the other services that you offer that most people might not know besides the app and besides the vibe check and the interviews? Because I know you offer more for artists.
Well, we're working on an ambassador program as well, which is going to be a great way for us to build both brands because artists are brands as well. So that's something that's coming. There's some other things like our internships that we haven't fully launched yet, but that's coming. So if people are interested in knowing how does a social media even start to be built, what does that look like? I have some, marketing background. I have tech background, coding background, anything that's in finance. We have several different opportunities as well. We've worked with different people who have accounting backgrounds, of course, attorneys. We're a social media and we're in the entertainment industry, so it's a hybrid. And those two, from a legal standpoint, are constantly changing. So that's something that if people are in that space, we're interested in working with them as well. But there's a lot of different ways and also we're looking for a way to do things locally from an overall, like partnering with nonprofits. I have been able to reach out to a couple of different organizations to see what we can do to help them with their programs as well. And we're also looking to work with, there may be a poet contest coming soon. So we want to focus on the poet community as well. So there are some different things that we're doing, but for sure, if anyone's interested in working with us, we have, opportunities to continue to partner with people as well.
Have you ever thought about managing any artists?
Yeah. Some people, we've had some, and we've had to, since there's so much on our plates for just right now.
Yes.
Once we get to a space where we can scale a little bit more and we have more resources, we would like to. Some people have even said we should consider getting a studio ourselves, and we've talked about that as well.
Nice.
So those are some other things in the background. We thought about also doing a small showcase of artists that are on the platform as we come out of COVID, hopefully in the next year. So some opportunities there as well to really give the artist that's on the platform a larger spotlight. So those are some of the things that we're working on.
I can't wait to see that in the future. I know there's going to be great things for you guys with MVP Vibe. Are we going to see any events from you guys in the future, hosting your own events?
Possibly. Yeah, that's why I was like, we might do a showcase of some sort. I think there's so much talent on the app. And the thing about it is that, there's a lot of people who are really supportive of the product. And so we're like, how do we continue to make sure that we are, helping those artists that are on the platform and sharing it? And some people go and they'll screen record and just share, hey, look, I just received, and I dropped this on the app 2 weeks ago and I've already received this amount. So those are things that for those, artists who are out there helping, us build our brand, we want to continue to create things for them as well. So
I like how you mentioned everything that you do, that you have a background in coding, you have people that have a background in accounting and various other business backgrounds. Are you gonna have like any how can I put this, like sessions to help artists, like informational sessions, or anybody who wants to learn coding or anybody who wants to do what you do?
Yeah, so absolutely. I think it's important, especially for our community. Like, we had to really build this from the ground up and we had no idea of where to start. And so one of the things that I really, really want to do is help others who may even just want to be entrepreneurs, or how do you get the proper documents to get, a business established, and what are some of the different things that you can do to help with fundraising. Fundraising has been like one of the most elusive things to navigate through as a minority. And so I'm like, as soon as I can make some space, I want to really try to take what I've learned and give back and help others kind of, avoid some of the pitfalls that we've had to go through just to get to this spot. So absolutely. I think that some of those workshops are super important. And if others are having workshops and I can participate, I don't have to facilitate it, but I would love to help. And I know if there's something coming up and people are like, hey, I want to get some information on how to build a social media, or how do I, get some legal information around how to just get my business established, like, I would love to help.
I definitely can't wait for that. I love that. I would need some of that advice. Just trying to figure it out. I know a lot of people are. Now, since you work with a lot of artists, and I know you met a lot of artists, what is some advice you can tell artists to approach you guys? 'Cause I know sometimes artists will hit your inbox and just like send links maybe, or just say, check out my music now. I'm the hottest thing coming out today. What is some advice you can tell artists to how to approach you, how to set up an interview with you guys if they want to get an interview done, or anything?
Yes.
Like
and they can always still send us the DMs. We try to get through them. We try to respond. But if they're interested in interviewing, there is a link in our bio on Instagram. And so there's a form that they can submit. That way we don't lose it in all of the shuffle of the messages. And then one of the criteria for them to be interviewed would be for them to actually be on the application and be able to experience, what the artists are actually experiencing on the application. And so that helps us kind of keep our target focus on being able to review some of the content inside of the app. And so absolutely, they can still send us DMs. That's probably the fastest way. If they want to, we are also available if they're on our app. One of the first things you get is a message from the MVP Vibe team. You can always send a message back to that team, and we respond to that as well. And so we try to go, we have multiple places that messages are coming in, but we're in our app every day. And so that's probably the fastest way to get in touch with us, because we're always on, responding. If people have questions, I mean, we've even gotten on the phone with people and said, hey, I'll walk you through some of these steps to do this. We even have a unique way to go live if people are interested, but it's not official, so we haven't officially announced it, but we can do some things like that as well if people want to test it out. So.
And I can say they do answer your messages, because I had messaged y'all about them when I was trying to get onto the app, and they helped me solve my problem. So they do answer your messages as they can. I know you probably get a lot, like you said, but I'm happy that you do get to answer them. I wanted to say congratulations on your app.
Thank you.
Not many people can say they got their own app, which is great as itself, and is Black owned. So that's another powerful step because we need that. That's what, especially what's going on with America today. We need to see, Black people shining and doing their best. Before we let you go, one more time, let people know about the contest again in case they want to enter and where they can check out. Or give us all your social media. I know I have it right there on the screen, but just let us know.
Yes. So it's called the Vibe Sessions Contest, and it is a chance to win a live studio performance. There's 2 prizes. There's a 45-minute prize and a 15-minute prize. And in order to compete, all they have to do is make sure that they actually create a profile on our app as an artist. So they have to be an artist and upload their content. There's a couple of different ways you can upload your content and share your content and tell other people to come on there, promote yourself. If you create an actual video that says, hey, I'm on the MVP Vibe app, I'm trying to compete, I want to win this studio performance, and you tag us in it, we will reshare it for you. So we will help push it. Obviously, we want to get as many people to come onto the app and like your stuff so you can win. And the contest goes all the way through April 30th, the last day of April. And so we're excited. Someone's going to win. And so I can't wait to meet whoever the winners are.
Me either. I'm excited. I know a couple people that are my favorites. Like you have your favorites. I have my favorites that are on the app, and some new people that I met that are really dope. So I can't wait to find out who the winner is. Make sure you follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at MVP_Vibe. It's easy. On all social media, it's easy, very easy to find. And go ahead, click that link in their bio on Instagram because they have a lot of good links on there that's going to help you out. You can also, that's where you book your interview, like she says. Go ahead and fill out that form. Get your interview booked. It's very worth it. You get that exposure. Like she said, you get to perform your song at the end with the vibe check. You get your interview done. It's at a cool place, True North. You get to check out the clothing, maybe buy a sneaker or two. And they ask some fun, lovely questions, and I like that. So make sure you go, like I said, go ahead, download the app tonight. It's on, you can find it on Android and iPhone. I have the app on my phone. It's worth it. You just never know who you're going to meet. You never know who you're going to network with. And you never know who might give you that tip. Like I said, I randomly got a tip, and I thought that was cool. So it's very different. It's not like your typical app that you're going to throw away. So I like it. I love it. Just make sure you check it out. And it's your girl, DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and we are signing out.